DM Dilemma time on Y101. We are Adam and Allison, and if you're going through something where you could use some unbiased advice from people who don't even know who you actually are, we'll keep you anonymous. Slide into our DMs on Instagram, ADAMNALLISON, or text GRAM to 601-995-1017. Same place you can offer us advice.
I can certainly see why who we're calling sweet for supervisor Sandra wants to be anonymous. She writes, I've got a huge crush on my direct supervisor at work, and it's making work almost impossible. I catch myself daydreaming, overthinking every interaction, and even making mistakes I never used to make. Obviously, dating my supervisor is a terrible idea, and I have zero intention of pursuing it. But how do I handle this? Should I consider finding another job? How can I shake these feelings and get back to being professional?
I have thought about this for a while because I wasn't sure if there would be any advice, but I think I figured it out.
Okay.
You know that stuff, fart spray?
What?
Yeah, there's this stinky spray that you can spray in the air and it smells like it smells bad.
I'm aware of it, but what does that have to do with anything?
Get yourself a bottle.
No.
And anytime you catch yourself daydreaming or you just get a look at your boss and you feel all kinds of tingly, take a little sniff of the fart spray. So then you will associate that smell with that person, and there's no way you could be attracted or have feelings for this person ever again. I guarantee it'll work. And I know this will work because I had a crush on a coworker one time whenever I was like in high school, and she ripped a beefer in the office, and I never looked at her the same way again.
No,
True
that's
story.
Crazy.
What's your advice,
that's
Allison?
The nuttiest thing I've ever.
No, it isn't.
Like, I could hear, like, you know, sometimes they'll say if you want to break a bad habit, you could wear like a rubber band and slap it on your wrist.
That was my first thought.
Well, I would rather you do that than buy poop spray that's gonna make the whole office smell. No, okay. So my advice, Sandra, is you've got to force yourself to find the ick. Like, I believe that that's a superpower that every woman has. No, don't bring poop spray to work because people are going to think that you smell like that. It's going to get on you. You're going to be nasty. Don't take Adam's advice. But you could, we're so good at it, us women. We're so good at finding a man and dissecting everything about him and finding something that's ickable. So you just got to do that. You got to, tonight when you get home from work, pour yourself a glass of wine or whatever you like and start working on that list. Like, tear this man apart until you find the ick.
And imagine how much easier it would be to find an ick if every time you thought about him, you smelled something terrible. Sweet for supervisor Sandra has a crush on her boss. New job, likes the job and everything, and really likes her boss.
But she's feeling like she can have this crush. It's affecting her work performance. She knows she can't pursue it, so does she have to get another job? How does she fix this?
So you told her to just kind of find all the icks in this guy that she possibly can. And I'm telling you why that is not going to work, because she said in her DM that she has already made simple mistakes at work that she would not have made if she wasn't so distracted thinking about her hot boss or anything like that. So if she's already made mistakes, he has probably already had to correct her. If she was going to find an ick, it was going to be in him correcting her.
You clearly don't understand how icks work in women. It's like weird things.
Kidding.
Like maybe you say something with a weird accent, or occasionally you have a weird curl in your hair that just, like it just gives you the ick. Trust me, whatever that is for Sandra, if she sits down and writes it all out, she'll be able to figure out what the ick is in this man and exploit it, and then she will no longer have a crush on him.
Now, there is a totally other opinion, like Jesse has. He says, just go for it. Life is short. Date your boss. What's the worst that can happen?
Well,
you could get fired.
Yeah, and then you're like known as the person who dates the boss. There's a lot that could go wrong. Like Izzy says, ma'am, we do not date coworkers. Go out on a date or something because you're only into him because you're around him so much.
Mary says on the Y101 Facebook page, she is still in that girl crush phase through her journey in womanhood. Shake it off, sweetie. Control your emotions and stay focused.
Oh, well.
This sounds very juvenile, but she has a job, and there are several people who think that I gave the best advice that you could possibly give in this situation. It doesn't have to be fart spray that you buy, but any foul-smelling item that you can keep in your purse or whatever, and anytime your mind starts to wander or you get a look at him and you're like, ooh, he's so cute, smell the stinky thing that you have, and then you will always associate that bad smell with your crush. It's gonna ruin. It's gonna ruin the crush for you. I guarantee. Beverly says, "I think that might just work." Kroger Chris agrees.
But chances are that smell is going to rub off on you. Like, you can't contain the smell, and then you're going to be stinky.
Yeah, and then nobody's going to have a crush on you at work, too, which... Good. We've established the dating coworkers, bad plan.
Then what? Like, how is she going to make sure she scrubs it all off before she does go on a date? Otherwise, she might go out with somebody she met on Bumble, and they're going to be like, ugh, you stink.